Hello guys and welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to talk about itemizations and a bit crafting, but most itemization. I think there's a lot of people who's probably going to play the game, but they haven't really understood how the items work in this game. They probably think it's like, you know, World of Warcraft or Elder Scrolls Online or Guild Wars, where you have to grind armor, put on your new armor and get stats for it. That is not how Corepunk works. Corepunk is more like League of Legends, Dota, Heroes of the Storm, where you have your item, well, not Heroes of the Storm, that's talents, but it's more like Dota and League of Legends, where you have your items. So if we stop this video that is playing in the background and actually look a bit, so if we like scroll back in the time, so here you can see that right now in the left side, he has some items on. And if we just, so we can go back here, there we go. So he has some items on that we not 100% know for sure what is, because when he actually takes these items on, I can show you here. So when he takes these items on and go back, oh, this one here, probably no one have seen this. So the items this guy already had on, and he changed now, says here, Bagatyr's breastplate. Bagatyrs will wear the armor with pride and honor of the lost homeland, just for champion skin. So this is some kind of a champion skin for this hero, but basically this means that armor you have on that you show doesn't have stats. So all the armor you have on is cosmetic. Of course, I'm 100% sure that you will be getting very cool cosmetics if you play really hardcore arena. So if you do arena or battlegrounds on rating and ranked, and you probably get a high rank or something like that, and you like show you're really good at PvP, I'm sure they will give you some sort of a nice transmog cosmetic for that. I'm sure if you do a raid, some kind of a hardcore raid, I'm sure they're also going to give you some kind of cosmetic for that. And when you do quests with different factions in the game, I'm sure you also get a cosmetic for that. And they probably also going to have a in-game shop where you can buy some probably funny cosmetics. But this one here is pretty much just for showing you that if we just take it so it's going slow motion now, this pretty much here in the background now shows that every time he takes a new item on, it doesn't give his stats. It's just a view of an item. It's just cosmetics. So all the gear you have on that you can see is cosmetics, but not actually 100%. I'm not actually 100% true here, because if we go back and look at the item he's smiting in the start of this video, he's smiting this video, well, this weapon here called the Shake Sword. When he creates the Shake Sword here, it actually is a blue item. And I think he's so nice that he actually is hovering his mouse over it in a quiet moment. Please, come on. Take it on. There we go. There we go. So here we have the item he just crafted. Before he didn't have a weapon. That's because I think this game is pretty awesome. So when you play, let's say the warrior, let's say this guy here is called the warrior or the champion or the brute as it says on his character. When you play this character, you're going to have 3 different specs you can play. Each of the specs is going to have a different weapon. Let's say probably this spec here has a big 2-hand sword, the next specs maybe have 2 1-hand swords on the back, and the last spec maybe has a shield and a sword. So let's imagine that. So he has like a 2 DPS specs and 1 tank spec. Let's say that. We know for sure they have 3 specs and it's very different in weapons. But in this spec here that he's playing right now, let's call it the champion spec. He can actually use 2-hand swords that he can either find in dungeons, PvP probably, and also he can craft them. This weapon he just crafted is called Shake Sword, and it's for level 20 people. It's a powerful engine, adds disruptive vibes to strike of serrated blade. Basically it gives attack power, health, attack speed, strength and agility. So it's not like World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online where you have weapon damage. It's not important. It gives you stats, attack power, health, attack speed, and so on, so on, so on. But it doesn't give you any, you can say it doesn't give you any bonus in weapon damage. So what my point is, I actually think every time you're going to switch spec for your free specializations in the start, you are going to be able to just have no weapons on. He will just automatically have a weapon on that will just have the low stats. As you can see right now, he doesn't have any weapon on in the bottom of the screen where it says F1 and F2. He doesn't have a weapon on, but he still have a weapon in the hand. So that means all the specs you're going to play will have its default weapon. So you don't need a weapon, as it looks like right now. You always have a default weapon. That's pretty cool. So you like, okay guys, we need a healer now. Okay, fine. I'm just respecting healer, and boom, I have my healing staff on my back, even though I don't have an item for it. This is how they show it right now. I mean, it makes sense. Later on in this video here, so now he takes on his sword and he gets very happy, and you know, you can see he got some more HP and it's like glowing. Then he begins to take on his armor, and again the armor didn't have any changes in the stats. The more interesting part here is now he's going to take on some artifacts items. The artifacts items, so the first one here, is that the first one? What did it do? A bracelet screen, oh okay, so it gave 1 agility and 1 vitality. Vitality should get HP. Yeah, okay, so 1 vitality is basically 10 health. So that's like other games. This one gives attack power, percentage armor penetration, attack speed, strength, agility, mana, strength, vitality, armor resist, armor resist, tenacity, health, strength, vitality. Sorry. What was that? A clock with divide increase the capabilities of a magician, furnish him with necessary incense. Mana, spell power, intelligence. Okay, so he basically used 6 items, and I can see it looks a bit like when you see he takes the item on in the bottom, they actually like glow a bit. Okay, they all just glow all the time, just like an effect. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, I mean, my point is just that a lot of people have probably misunderstood how the system works with items in this game, and I'm just trying to make it work for you all. So you're going to have a weapon that will give stats. It doesn't have weapon damage, it just have a lot of attack power, so it will give you a lot of attack power bonus. That's it. I mean, as you saw here at the start of the video, when he hold on the mouse on the weapon, see here, a lot of attack power. And of course, if you're playing as mage, your staff is probably going to give you a lot of magic power. And all your artifacts then is just going to give you different stats also. Most of the items in this game will be soulbound, so you will not be able to sell a lot of the good gear, as it will be mainly soulbound. Beside all this, so now we know that artifacts is what gives you stats. You can also have a weapon. Armor you can see on yourself doesn't give any impact on the game at all. And you can play any spec in the game where you will have a default weapon that will always be with your spec. So that's kind of cool. So if any one of you out there was like, I don't know how the weapon system in this game works, or how the armor system works in this game, or I just want to get a lot of nice armor and get it on and be very strong, well, that's not how it works. As we have now seen in this video here, it pretty much shows that the game is based on artifact items you get on, like in League of Legends, like in Dota, and not like World of Warcraft, where you're basically getting armor on that makes you stronger. If you ask me, I'm personally a big fan of this, because in World of Warcraft I love changing how my armor looks. I love changing the look of my character, but now it allows me to just change how I look all the time. Also, if you actually see here in this little video, he's actually spoiling a little thing if you haven't seen it. Just a little gold coin for you all. If you look, he's actually having his bag up where it shows he has two bags. He has the main bag and he has a secondary bag that says extra backpack. And you can actually also search in your bag. There's a search icon and there's also a filter icon. It looks like a sword icon. And he has 1 silver and you can see the sell price on the items. This is actually kind of cool. So after you have watched this video now, you should not be confused at all on how the items works. I think we have pretty much declared to everyone how this worked. I'm pretty sure of that. Transmog, artifacts for stat, weapon for stats, and you have a bag with item, gold, and whichever things you need. So again, everyone, thanks for watching. Leave down a comment, let me know what you think about this armor system. As I said, I'm 100% fan of it. I think it will be really great. So I'm really keen to know what you guys and ladies out there are thinking about this system. So leave down a comment, let me know, and we'll stay in touch. Thanks for watching everyone. See you in the next video. Peace out. Have a nice evening and a nice weekend. Peace out.